Hello everyone, this is the Arch Fiend, and I damn sure didn't expect to make this video today, and granted I didn't have the foresight to know to make this video. As you can tell from the title of this, Ryan Dunn, one of the stars of MTV's Jackass, a television show and a series of movies, passed away today. He died in a car crash. He was behind the wheel of his Porsche. Went off the road. The specifics as to what exactly happened are still sketchy right now, and anything that is being said is just speculation at this point until the official report gets released. And I want to make a note that I am making this video the day of the accident, so when you're watching this maybe an hour, a day, or two later, you're going to know a lot more specifics, so don't jump down my throat if I don't mention something that came out after this video happened. Anyway, Ryan Dunn is dead. The passenger that was in the car is dead as well. And I heard this today, and it just made me reminisce about the television show and the movies and just all the fond memories that I had of Jackass. I've watched every episode of that show. I've bought all their DVDs, all that geeky shit. I would say per capita, this is probably the most of any show that I've watched in my lifetime comparative to any other show that I've watched and followed, including The Simpsons. I have nothing but great memories from that show. That was a show that really peaked when I was in college, and it was like the ultimate show to be in a college environment and see. It was just, raw humor, just guys beating each other up. And I understand the critics of the show that say, well, that's just retardation in television form. You know what? I was entertained to no end with that retardation, alright? I laughed my ass off on it. I couldn't get enough of that. If they made 10 more movies, I would go see every single one of those movies the opening day they came out on a midnight showing, which is what I have been doing with their previous movies. But I got to thinking about things today, and once more specifics about the car accident came out, I really started saying, oh boy, this has the potential of harming the legacy of Jackass. And then the more and more certain details came out about this, I said, this isn't going to harm the legacy of Jackass. This has the potential to become the legacy of Jackass. This has the potential to be that one thing where people will say years down the road, say, hey, do you ever remember that show Jackass that aired on MTV? People may end up going, oh yeah, that's the show where that guy drunk drove his car and killed himself. Like, that could end up being the one just discernible memory that people have with the show, because it's such a big story right now. And I mean, I might be saying that because it's in the news a lot here in Philadelphia because it happened right outside of Philly. But this is arguably the biggest thing that has ever happened as far as Jackass goes. I can't think of anything that's been more newsworthy that has been reported from Jackass, so I'd say damn sure is. And the one thing that really scares me is the specifics that are coming out and the feeling that I have of what is going to come out in the future. Now, none of us for a fact knows right now if he was just sloppy drunk and just, totally not supposed to be driving a car that night. Yes, to this point in time, there was pictures released that show him consuming alcoholic beverages that night. There's a number of people that have testified, or given reports, I should say, that have said, yes, we've seen him drink upwards of 6 alcoholic beverages, both beer and liquor, that night. Does that mean he was absolutely above a legal limit to drive? No, it doesn't. Do I feel that the test results from the blood samples that are going to be taken, I can only speculate, but I'm not going to do that because, in all honesty, it's not the time or place to do that right now. But from a hypothetical standpoint, if things got any worse at this point, going back to that point I made earlier, this could be the legacy of the entire show, of all the shows, of all the movies. And I just kind of wanted to make this video, just put my thoughts out there and see what you guys think. This is one of those videos where anyone who's a fan of the show, and I know I never asked for these stupid comment questions of the day and shit like that, but I am so interested to seeing what the community of Jackass followers, for lack of a better term, Jackass followers thinks about this. Are you afraid that this is going to tarnish the entire legacy of the entire show? Because I can tell you right now, it is already starting. I'm going to put one link in the video description. Right down there, look at this news story that came out. It was from the Foreign Associated Press. It's on Yahoo News. And look at the first sentence. When I read this, I said, shit, the writing is on the wall. The literal writing is on the wall. The first sentence in that story reads, and I'm paraphrasing of course, is Ryan Dunn, one of the stars of MTV's show Jackass, who is often known for his stunts, most of which were car stunts, was found dead today via a car accident. And the one thing that really stuck out to me there was that they pointed out that he often did car stunts on Jackass. And I was like, oh boy, they had to throw that in to make him look bad, because it made it look like he was trying to imitate life in his art form on camera. But I thought about it a little more and I said, often did car stunts. What car stunts did Ryan Dunn ever do on Jackass? Like, I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, well, he had that stunt in Jackass, the first movie, where he had the toy car shoved up his ass. Does that count as a car stunt? And he was part of some skits where they drove around on golf carts on the golf course. Does that count as a car stunt? Like, I'm trying to think, like, the only people I can think of that did actual skits on Jackass with actual physical combustion engine motor vehicles were like Johnny Knoxville and Bam Margera. And the fact that this article is already linking that this guy was commonplace on this show for doing automobile stunts, folks, this is the news spinning the story that they want you to hear. They want you to think that this guy, who is such a daredevil with all these car stunts that he was performing, yet he tried to imitate art in his real life and he died. And not only did he die, he killed someone else. Are you serious? This is what's going to become of this? Now, granted, details could come out that he was being an asshole when he was driving. He was completely shit-faced drunk. He had no business driving. He could have been on drugs. Who knows? If all that comes out, it's warranted. But folks, when you're talking about someone and the stuff they do, and you're linking it to what he's doing on the show, and something that's commonplace on the show that I, as a fan of the show, can't even recall a single time that he ever did a stunt with an automobile. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I don't recall every square inch of every episode. But when this news article is going to tell me it was commonplace on the show, and I can't think of one single time that he did a stunt that involved him driving an automobile, can you imagine the field day that the news reporters and the people that hate Jackass, and trust me, there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of conservative assholes that have been just waiting. They've just been waiting. In fact, they were probably cheering today when they found out 2 people died, and it was in association to a member of Jackass driving the car. I guarantee you, there's people going, thank you, it finally happened. Oh, great. Oh my God, we're going to make so many news stories out of this. Oh, thank God it finally happened. We can bury the show once and for all. Now, like I said, it may very well be deservedly so. If the facts come out that he was totally negligent, shouldn't have been operating that car, and you know what? there's not much of a defense you can give to it at that point. I don't care how hardcore of a fan you are, there is absolutely no way you can defend that if he ends up being overly intoxicated, if he had any drugs in his system, or if he was driving around like a complete lunatic, just completely exceeding the speed limit and it bit him in the ass. There's absolutely no way to defend that. But man, can you imagine the field day these reporters are going to have if that's the case? And like I said, all this is ifs at this point. I have a bad feeling those are going to become realities, though. So you people out there that are fans of this show, that's one of the main reasons why I made this video, because I have a forum here that can reach thousands of people. I know a lot of you guys out there watch and love Jackass much like I did. Are you at all scared that this is going to become the legacy of the show, that this is going to just tarnish everything, that this is going to basically put the kibosh on any future episodes or any sort of production of Jackass? Or any type, and it might even just wipe out the entire genre of anyone doing the quote-unquote retardation on TV, as a lot of the critics of Jackass would call it. Boy, it sucks. I mean, it sucks on a number of levels because, one, this could all be justified based on the test results of what was in his system and just all that shit. But you know what? We'll wait for them to come out before we, cover any of that. I don't know. I just wanted to make a video putting my thoughts out there because, like I said, I know a lot of you guys follow Jackass. And just to address one last thing here, I know people, I know. I've been getting your messages. I saw them when I came home today. There was a whole line of them, of all these people whoring out to make a video about Ryan Dunn, people that are YouTube partners using fake thumbnails, misleading titles. There's already videos out there that say official footage of Ryan Dunn's car crash. And then you click on the video, it's either just some guy talking about it and crying and just acting like a douchebag trying to get people to watch his video, or it's something like an annotation that says go to stayerect.com because you can get a pill to make your penis hard for your girlfriend when you're banging her. Yeah, just ridiculous shit like that. I get it, people. There are people that are soulless that will sell out just for video views. But then the people out there are going to be like, Watchfing, you're doing the same thing. Come on. You're putting his name in the title and you're making a video after he died. You're obviously trying to get views. Number one, I'm a YouTube partner. Do you see any ads on this video? And I hate that I have to keep pointing this out. When I make videos like this, I don't enable ads because I don't need to make money off of someone who has died, off of people who have suffered, and we all know that routine if you've watched any of my videos before. I'm sure Sexy Phil's got something in the works right now. He's probably got a nice fake thumbnail video for the Ryan Dunn death tribute that he's going to make. It's going to be him talking about Ryan Dunn for 10 seconds and then go right into discussion over Justin Bieber being gay or not. But I get it, people. The people are soulless out there, and thank you all for sending me the videos of the people that are just completely whoring out for Ryan Dunn's death, but it's too much of a whore's paradise to even care at this point. Cash is king, and people know that. People want to get those viral videos that get a lot of hits, get them to be a YouTube partner if they're already a partner, and they just want to get cheap hits. They don't care if it's all negativity and people that are pissed because they thought they were going to see an actual car crash footage from Ryan Dunn's accident, and they end up seeing just some douchebag talking in front of the camera. But yeah, I made this video, and am I going to get extra views and viewers from people that just stumbled across this video because they were searching for, Ryan Dunn on YouTube? Absolutely. I'd be a complete idiot to say I'm not going to get that. But I'm not going to make a penny off of it, and on top of that, this is something that I genuinely care about. As ridiculous as it is, guys kicking each other in the nuts provided a significant amount of entertainment in my life. And god damn it, I will talk to you guys about it when something like this happens at such a tragic level. So anyways, everyone, thank you for watching this video. I'm curious as to, hear what you guys think about this. Even if you're not a fan of the show, or even if you are a Jackass hater. Answer honestly, were you happy that this happened? Because trust me, I bet a lot of you were if you hated this show. Because this is going to be a potential thing that could just bury this show forever. Because, boy, are so many people in the media just primed and ready to go if those test results come out that he was drunk or anything along those lines, if he was racing, if he was going 100 miles per hour. Oh boy, they are going to throw this story under the bus, run it over, back it up, run it over again. And anyway, some would say it's deservedly so. But such is life, and life just sucks sometimes, people. And again, very tragic thing that happened, regardless of what the circumstances were. My thoughts and everything go out to Ryan Dunn, the passenger of that car, 2 people dying, and just at such a young age. Actually, I don't know the age. The passenger's information wasn't released yet, but Ryan Dunn died at 34. He's almost as old as me. I'm 50, by the way. Really sad, and I guess I got nothing else to say. I've dragged this on way too long and probably have you zoned out by now. So everyone, have a great day, and don't speed. I don't know. I guess that's the last words of advice. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.